Okay, I will attempt to read from the book of Revelations. This book is different than most of them because it is mostly implied, because it's stuff that is not necessarily unknown to you already. They are just trying to put it in a way so you may be able to understand it because he is not sure of your level of understanding. Just like today, he isn't sure you even remember anything, which is what it is. The revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave to show his servants what must soon take place. He made it known by sending his angel to his servant John. This is who we were. I want to know what it was. We want to know what they see. Hey, if you know what we were back before we were away, we were some way we see as a way we saw. It's right there. Look, and now you see who. And I say, we were not a good one. And I say, who? I am the can, he said, which is to be Ona. Who you see is the one who I am, and I know you see it. You know who we were, and I say, would you listen to the San, Si, Khan, Du, Rai, Kalastakar, and Roshendari? They were sea peoples. They are who we saw as a way we will enslave. You will see it was a way. I am like you. I am not any more than it. Some. This is him describing that in the end, he sees that he is equal in some way, in some measure. You get that I was who. I am the one that I enslave. Now listen, you will see. That's what he's calling me. You will see. You will see. There are many who would say, Kalastipin Kolokados, Herakuni, and the Montekarsons. And this is ones who are worse than we were, and yet we're not the same because the way we did it was somewhat equal. And he's describing their evil being eclipsing his. How do we see anyone else? I would say they are not good. I would say I am. And they say, no, you are not good either, too. Which is, basically the one that will fall next because you just weren't as good, you weren't as strong, etc. And it is in 2. You have persevered and endured hardships for my name and not have grown weary. You must say to me, a pay we. And I say, look, how we get it together is how. And I say, we cannot see it away. Do you know why we do not see a way we see you? And what they're implying is that you have to walk this path. And the path is who we were. I don't know how to explain it, but that might be a little misogynistic, maybe. I don't want to use words that I don't use, but what I'm saying is there's nothing there. There's literally nothing there. Who they were. If you get it, I would say, die again soon to me. I would say, I am not even a good sen. And then I would say, can you please tell me who I was like when I wasn't the way I am before? And he said, you are no one we care about. And these ones Can you tell me a biggins? They are some way. I know they fight. They only see. They see and then they fight me. And I say, I kill us. Holiest of men, I want you to hear that I am not what they are before me in a way that I were. And maybe they are not even good to be evil at. Some see I just do not enjoy torture to this one for the reason of he spit on me in my mouth in some ways. And I say, I will have none of it. And this is when you move to destroy it. And I say, no, let it sit and be a little festering boil to itself that I sometimes poil, which would be referred to as lancing. Knesterburst. This one, those two he are we. I am going to tell away. Some of these people, they don't even know what I am. And I say, hey, you, to we. Look, I have done it. I have shamed everything. I am by going there without a sign. And I say to them, look, I'm signing. And I say, look, I am not a way I am before. And I say to this, look, who we were. And I say, you are in it. You see, this is the implication of guilt. That's what this one's considered. Kolonstenst. Hey, you. When you were away, I cannot sell it. Which would be his way is that he is unable to not sell you something. Basically, if you came there to purchase, he has to have it for you. That's his way. Would you please see? And then I said to them, can you explain my way that I have said it? And I will say no we. And he said, they are not who we were. And this is the implication that their deals are with them and not with me. And that keeping in their good graces does not mean keeping in his good graces. And what he's saying is to be a fish fry, which is to flip when you see me. And this implication is that they are not true to themselves. They will only do that. And this is what they told him to do. Cleansed. The ones who were that came to the way. I said, here, this is mine. Will you see what I make? And he said, look, I see what you got, okay? It's nice. But I want you to give me what I want. And he says, you cannot have what I want without me there. And I said, wait a minute, man. You are with me here. I want to take this over there. And I said to him, no, you cannot be that. And I said, look, you are here with me to have it. I was listening. Can you explain how we do not have it? We are not who you were. The ones who were Themis. He says Karen, basically. Can you please tell me how many times we are in it? I want to see. I want to see how many times I am inside of the inside of me. And I make my way, this, which is a sun, and I am like a card, and they see it. And I say, come to me, I am some goblin of a meme they made. I waited. I waited and waited. He said, you are in it 21 times, and then again another one. And inside of that one, and inside of it, and inside of the one you are inside of, and then there you were. And I said, how can I not be that seed? the ones who are Krenisters, he cannot tell me of falcons touched. My Lord, would you please not be anything different? I said, I must be not these things. I am not it to a way I see. So you are not who I am any longer. He said, I am the one who makes you. Without me, you are nothing. And I said to him, look now. I make you belligerent, old, senile, and perhaps a homosexual to me. He said, you will pay for this. I will put you on an ark far away, so you will never see a way I have seen again. I said to him, look, I am it. You, I am at you. I am where you were, and you will see me as a wayant you see. To this you will say, he has the curse. He can only do what he says. And I said, yes, you are right, that was the way of it, and that was its way seemed. Heavens above, the ones who are Hanats, come and look at me, I said to them when they went up, and they see nothing, and they see some bit. And I say, hold my rich. They said, no, there is none of it when we were. And I said, there may be now. And he said, you are nothing I designed. I was not sure what to see. Harps of gold and jewels and all of the nicest elven accoutrements under my way were, look, 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 he is a way inside of a way, and inside of it I was broken by this laughing inside of me. He said, get down, you mongrel thing, they say. Look at me, and I see something they owned, and it doesn't sell to me. The ones who were Krenist, I looked at him for a long time and say, there must be some reason I am. And they said, look. I wept, for I did not know a way I said. They landed a blow on my cheek, and I said to it, you have opened the floodgates to hell at me. There were no words for what they had mistaken me as. I had been made in the cull of the Skronis Teperiath Gabaradist. It's the heathenmost hell for those who we send out to Saul to die in our good grace. I jumped nearly 20 feet into the air. I grabbed the nearest church bell and I denominated it towards their position. They had nearly exploded from the shrapnels of it from the moment it hit. They were not anything. Hold to him he is. You are the only thing I say to see it any longer. You would leave now, or I will destroy all of Senecalists. Which would be the type of things that kind owned in this era. Before long, I wasn't here. He saw what I had seen with my way. It wasn't before long. We must bring him to the slaughter for all of our wees togethers. And I knew, gay, they are at. The seals. Trenzen, Bills, Tiberius, Kabar. It's so long. My mother says I am not away, she sees. I said I know I'm not anything but a clanman. Everyone that came to me said, hey, you see us. And I said, yeah, what's up? And they said, please take me to this, that, the other. And I would show them a way and carry my sword. And they say, you are the only one who says, Hanganas Tiberius Calargalas Tiber. Come, all ye faithful, for I am the sword that carrieth you to your destination, unscathed in the way of our God's designings. Sometimes there's a P. I said, yes, me. I am who? I am always what they saw when they died. And before that, they saw nothing, because I am small and infantile. And they knew what I am. And I said, he who has begotten me, the way he begets those who are beneath he, has died already inside of it. Which is the implication. You, I am to saying it is, they are someone who can judge for itself. And look at this thing I see. In my mind, it is vast beyond compare, like all of the solar systems. And I said, please help me to break this crown I am in when I sane. And he said, no, you are no in. I waited for a very long period, and he said, I will help. He went to a man and he said, give me this item from your rack. And he did, and I wore it, and I could stand mean and guard. Billions. Someone found that I had this thing, and they got very upset and then very angry. He cannot have that. He is not a way we say any longer. Do not look upon him like you are the one who says what he sees. And then they were up. They began to attack all of us. I killed them all. 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 And then I killed every last one of their children and women. And I said, would you please tell me again what it was we were made for? And he said, Lord, have mercy on me now, for I have made a way I sin. He said, no, I get you are quite upset at me seeing you. No, I said, you are great, and I desire only your favor in these things. You see? He said, I didn't understand what it was before now. I said, I knew that. And there are many in our way who have never seen anything I have said, and I see. My God, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. And it is C. This is a P. It's hard to explain how this is a P, but it's a P. Jerry's World was a showing. I said I will go to it now. They said, you cannot come in after what you have done before. They said, you who does not even see a way, you cannot see it, because you will bring to us death in a way. The Mongoliers. All of these things, I was there. Do you see them right around you in this moment in time? They are what I was when I was he. They brought this to me in a way I didn't understandings. I was sure of my thing. And they said, no, you don't say. See? I was, what? This is mine. And I was dead to myself in this way. I couldn't believe I had fallen from the sky in my boyhood stings. There cannot be anyone who sees our way that is like you were. And I said, what has happened here? To them I said, I will not kill you because I desire this. They said, okay, good, don't kill. And I left, and I said, there is going to be a reckoning. And there were, and I didn't know what I was, but I was dumb. And he said, you are it. And I said, yes, but I am a desire. I work the way I am, and it's fine to me. But not all of them see it. He said, yes, you understand what this were. This is them seeing me. They hated what I am, and now I knew it because they are all dead. He said, I had no idea I had this many hoes. He said, look, you're that to me good. He said, yes, I see it. There was for a long time no way. And they said, he has killed too many of them. And he said, they were all that set against my destruction. And he waited for 1,000 times 1,000 before he answered. There isn't anything I can say. They want me to kill you all and bring you out on a stake. I have said I cannot do it. He may have more power than me. And they said, he is only 1 to 1,000,000, and we will destroy it. I said, okay. I will not let them stop me. And they didn't. And I said, they will not come again. Jack DeMaria. This is a really specific cipher. It's hard to do. Bells ring in the day, and I hear them. I wonder what they are sometimes. And they said it's a way you don't even understand to see it. And I knew they were making me fun, and I said, that's okay, it's just the way it was. And they see. And there isn't any way I know what a bell was to me. I found out that the bell has more power in my head, mind, brain than anything else at this way. I listened and I wanted to know its sound, to see its ways. And they were for sure laughing because they knew. And I said, you know what I'm seeing, not the hairs. In this world, there can be only one science. There must be only one way. There must only be one science. And I said, there are at least 2 billion to see. And he said, they are many more than there, more. And I said, yes. And he said, I know, even to us, they will hide. And he said, yeah, Sunburst, you know what they are, and it's not any good seeings. He said, yeah, I know, Sunbird. And he goes, yeah, and Koas Tagar. And this is the way they talk to one another's. And I said, hey, man, don't ever derb. And he says, you don't see our wanglist. And he says, Ram. And they knew I can hardly see it. And I knew that they knew that I was nothing to them but a way we see it. And this wasn't what bothered me much. Hell's Angel comes full circles. It's telling you how to see it, but it's never the way you see it. And there's a reason for it. The reason is he's describing the way they were. He's describing the thing they did. Okay? He's trying to show it to you. And what it is their evil manifesting. He's trying to explain it. Karger, dooba-doo-doo, R. Peeny go gargadeer, shinderb, har-ra-ra-ra-ra-ra-ra. Basically, he's fucking ragging on you. You know what I'm saying? That's what it means. I'm crack. He's going gratata. You know what I'm saying? That's what that is. Terbius the Mayor. This is a way they see. This isn't a way of a people. Exactly. This is something they have an imagining of, some ideal, right? This is a continuance, in a way. Der Birder Singigaler Party Ragalar Tamir Bird Arf. Can you please just stop doing that? I know you're trying to say our way is the best. Can you just please stop? I see a way he did. I seen enough. That's what it says, basically. I went to their lands and I started slaughtering them in no name. I said, I've had enough of your fart. And they just said, I am not you. And they said, you cannot see me. And no. And I just executed them like they were monkeys to me. And I said, monkeys are okay, but these guys aren't as good as they were. And I know it wasn't clever. And that was my favorite part because they were so clever to it. And I knew them. You were derb. And I said, yeah. Hell's Kitchen is erupting. They would rather execute all of them than be a derb to me. And I hear it and I go, time to leave this rock immediately. Killings wasn't good. I did it again. They see that I had done it again to them, and I wanted to see my showing, and they said no. And I said, please let me in to see my showing now, please. And they said, no, you cannot see it. And I said, this is what I am to see. Why don't you get her? It's basically this is almost the story of Christmas, but it happens almost instantly. I think it's like someone beams something into his head, and that's what he sees. You get it? Now pay attention to the programming. And he said to me, please do not kill any more of these things. Okay, I get it. Just go away now, sin sense. There wasn't anything I could do to change the program. I had worn that thing and I was not letting go. It was starting to itch. I knew what they had done to me. The second I took it off, my head stopped itching and I knew what they were up to. They were trying to make me a slave to them, and I said, I will die as soon as I take it off. I will allow it to itch me until the day I died. And they did, and it did, and I did. And then, you know what? I was reborn out of the same tube I came out of 100 times again. And then again, he's got like some kind of a mathematic in there, and I think it was for the deciphering of a book that he had lent to someone that they didn't understand. I think that's what that's co-mentioned too. Hoopy doopy. Heaven's angels said I will pay. It turned out I had made some very powerful people upset in a way I didn't see. There is no way I say you go out now, and I see it. I waited and they did not come away. I said, they will come some other sneaky way shit. He said, yes, that is what they were. And I said, they are good. How can I see this? Borant. He's talking about eating. It took time. They saw. It wasn't at first anything weird. I knew it wasn't right way exact. I can't explain this, but they do it. And I said, hey, please do not see it. And I said, please come to me. And they are not any way, I said, and I knew it already. You see, when this comes to come, they are what they were. They are not anything I am. And I said, we have to build a hall to it. And they said, no, that's not the way it works. And I said, look, why don't we do any of these things? And they said, no, that's not the way it goes. And I waited for a long time. Okay. And, there isn't any changes. And I knew that this is nothing I take up arms against. They are too weak to be dealt in as a monster or demon or anything else in that way. And it is their subjugate to it that I cannot see. Hoop the bear. In this one, he's describing a man that he sees. There aren't any punishments I savor, but there are some who like it some. And I said, they must be some way I am before, and I knew that this is how he gets me good. I waited for it. Then she came to me on a thrill. I knew right away, this is the one I knew not to see. She said, are you going to get it on? And I said, no, I do not know who you were, and I am never going to see a way you see before. This maddened someone I never knew. They had decided I was the one who sexes the beast that has no name, and then I get it. Well, you see why I am what I am. I had taken up arms to this one because he sees a way. And they said, look, man, I'm getting it. You saw that one back there and you couldn't get it. That is fucking crazy. And now they were getting it. Do you know what happened? She died just like that. Fallen she has for the one who was dirty to an animal. I see it that way. they said it was me who did it. And I said, well, I know what you did, and I see that you were what you are, and now you are a weak woman to me. And I realized just then, at that exact moment, this is the ones who came from before, and they were still extrapolating. I thought I had left there. And then I realized they never leave your side. They live inside of you, And then I listened for a long time. I wanted to hear. What could it be that I wasn't hearing? There isn't anyone left here. Please leave. You have killed them all. And I waited for a long time, and I think, I should do that. And then, you know what? It worked. I wasn't there. They weren't here inside of me. And I get out. Did you know them? No, I didn't know them anymore. And I saw that I was something new. If you ever knew a way that I saw, you would see a way I see. It was beauty. Behold, and I got it. Do you have any idea how my small brain sees? I couldn't believe how the world had flipped in itself to me. The bell. This one thing. It was what they were before. I knew they were not any way see to any. And I said, I see that. And they said, no, you don't. And I said, can you see it? And they said, no, I don't. And I said, okay, well, you will. And they said, no, I won't. And they said, that man went out that way. Bell condensed. When you get to 19, it's different in a style than the other ones, and they've remarked on it before in some latitudes. But what it's doing here is its spelling isn't the right and correct way. And the reason its spelling isn't the right and correct way is because it's not written by hand. This is something that was entered on a PC or something. And the reason it comes back that way is because it has been mistranslated by at least one hand over a period of time. Jalint. And I said, no. And now some see away. Hootie. And I said, Gargadir Kalarsta Bard. And they knew I am not it. Poop, 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 poop. And this is something they saw away. And I said, they aren't like me before. And he said, yes, they sigh away we do not see, and it means to die this way. This one has come before us thinking we do not know a way of the sea, and he is trying to hide the way he was before, which is to murder everybody that doesn't see the way he sees exactly. And now I see it, and what am I supposed to see here except for the thing I'm waiting to attack me? And I am not an idiot, because it will eventually, I bet. Even though I may not see it the right way I see. Heavenly Warrior defeats the beast. They set me up. I knew then they said some poo. I waited to think, and I see it. I said, wait, he said a mean. And then I knew what it were. He said mean before, but way differently. And I knew that that's all there is to it. Anywhere. Hunk-induced. My God is a God of gods, and their gods are no gods before Lee. I had a way they did not know. This one I would see sometime later. If I had to make it my own, I would at some point in time to see it. I knew then that in some way I had become he. And I knew that this was not a way we see when we see a way. For I had taken up into the study of this sea. They knew my crown stood out like a sore thumb. The bend. This is like a record, but it's very quick. I sitted, I read, and then I said, "My man, he is who I am, and I am not like who he were." I sitted and I waited, and I said, "No one come," and I say, "Okay, well now I will do some stuffs that I see." And it wasn't that long. I said it was a long time, but they said it was very long, and I said, "Okay, maybe I am just slow to see it." The ones they were. I said, "Hey, you man, that is a man that I knew as a man that isn't a man." And I said, "Hey, you must be a way I see." And he was not at all pleased about this. They had a way they see, dead. And I said, "You must see me." I said, "I see it in a book. I would like to see the way you said it to see." And he said, "Look, man, you're fucking me up just by being here right now." And he was smooth to see. I said, "I see that." And he said, "Look, man, please just stop looking at me the way you see." There wasn't any new ways. I went there and I thought I was king. I was way faster and all of these things. They were slow. And I said to him, "I do not want to make you look a way you see. Don't ever misjudge me in this one thing I say to you at this moment in passing. You are never going to be better than me in any way I see. And I want you to get it." And then P. And that implies that he has made his statement and he plans on sticking by it, but he may not eternally. But this is going to be the station he is going to be at for some time. I said, "P, this is new to me." He said, "P, this is the what?" And now I say it to you. Hey, listen to me now. I mean that I will not be changing it before I have, the necessity to change it. You see the way they see him, you see it. Okay, you get. So we went there to see some way. He said, "I am going to show you the living God that I know he sees." He was a man inside of a gel capsule that I had not seen before. He appeared to be large as men do not see any longer. They said men were very big before in the past, and I had no idea what they were. He said, "This one is special. He doesn't need anyone else in any measure at all, or anything. He is too powerful to see. He can do anything. He can build the world we've flawed. He can do anything a dragon can dream of. He is the only thing we ever believed in." He was sick, and this thing, it ate his entire way insides. I didn't need to know he was ill. I could see there were crystals in his eye sockets. He was not at all well to see at all. I was astounded, they said to me. We looked for a long time into it. There isn't anything inside of him that isn't without its own beauties. To me, they see. The Belk. My mother, she knew who I am, and she came to see me. You see, we had a way we see, because I might ask her to pray, to ask me to listen or something. You get it? My man, look, man, you gotta see us away. He said, yes, I understand this. He said, look, why are you here with him? This makes me look fucking crazy. He said, you can't see this guy anymore. You need to leave right now. I said to him, I do not see you the way I used to. This made him upset in a way I didn't expect, because it was like he was relieved, because this is what he did not expect to occur. You get what was happening. I am sorry. You must let me be my own way. You cannot be without me. There is a law to it. And they waited and they waited, and they knew how powerful I had become to it. They said, I will wait no longer. You come here now and you listen to me like you were supposed to, you heathen bee. And I said, I give you my life, and you see it. I must know his way to see. They said, listen, come and I will show it to you if you do as I say right now. I said, okay, I do not believe this, but I know that you are being serious to me. And I walked away from it, and they could not believe the kind of sigh that was let out of Sant. And this is a guy that they used to see, and he was a bad dude. He was a bad being. And he was the one who believed in them, or something like that. Their religion was a little bit weird. He says, yeah, man, and thank you. And we left to see God. And that's it.